Hey guys, we're here today to talk about the riding energy. This is designed to make Chi Sao easy. It's not your typical Chi Sao that you're going to see here. This is designed for senior self-defense to be functional and easy to learn. What I'm teaching you how to do is ride the energy. It means I'm not trying to block the energy. I'm trying to get somebody, prevent them from getting into my personal space. If somebody's reaching in at him, I'm trying to grab at him. I'm doing this stuff, and we're only going to work on one hand today. If I come up, he's able to pick these hands up. Even if later I'm punching, trying to grab at him, you can see this type of stuff. And so we're going to work on the single hand today, specifically because we've got an injury right now, and this is good. If you have injuries, take advantage of that injury and learn how to work around it. Don't stop and make the injury an excuse, because you will get injuries. We're going to walk through the single-handed version of riding the energy. We'll do it from a distance and we'll move in for you to see it again. So I'm going to explain it again. So as he's here, he wants the elbows low, he wants the palm with the fingers facing up and out, and he's preventing me from being able to get to his legs. You're starting off this first level, and you've seen it if you've seen it on our live stuff that we'll be doing every Monday. On this first one, he's not putting any pressure. Can you see that? If I move away, he sticks with it. The idea is to stick. But if I apply 1 pound of pressure, he applies 1 pound back. If I apply 5, he does the same thing. He's got his elbow tucked into his body. By nature, that elbow is not going through him unless he steps, and we'll add the stepping footwork as we go in the future. Okay, so it's here, riding out. Riding that energy is the first level. Stopping it here from this leg, stopping it over here from me coming for this leg. From there, if I go up towards the face, or as you saw me just reaching in towards his face, he's picked that up. Now, people are going to try to drop that elbow in here, because if you pass that center line, you're opening up that center here. He's going to turn that tons out as he feels that going in here. And remember to keep the energy up. You don't want to drop the energy down and have me go for legs and stuff. So an upward energy. Notice that bend that he's got in his arm, the palms up, and it's almost as if dumping the water out, but the energy is going up towards my face. Good. Very nice. That's protecting his face and everything here. From here, I'm going to try to wind around. He's going to Chi Sao and bring me right down. Now, one of the things you've got to watch for, let's go back to that position. So we went up to the face, to the Chi Sao, is if he opens up his arm too far here, he gives me an opportunity to get in. So as soon as you pass that center line, as soon as he's here, coming around, he Chi Saos and pushes it back towards me, away from his body, and then turns his hand to properly be on top. Let's do that one again. So we went 1, 2, I went up 3, 4. As I come around and he's here, he pushes it towards me and pivots his hand. That's the important one. Good. From here, I can go either direction. We're now going up. He's got the gunting, and he's got the Bon Sao. Now make sure that Bon Sao turns and your shoulder goes away, because later on when we add weapons, it's going to become more necessary to protect with that Bon Sao here. Basically, as we go, I'm just feeding him energy, and this is the idea. So I'm randomly doing these now. He's riding that energy, going for his face, going for the leg, and you make this a game, okay? So if you lose it, get back on. Now, today what we're going to work on is I'm going to show you a series of locks, 10 locks right here that you could do from this single hand movement. Let's start with number 1. We're riding that energy here, here. He pushes that extension out. Now take a look, go ahead, and this is the low wrist lock. So you want to keep it below your waist and see what he's doing in the position here. Now let's talk about what's happening here. So when he pushes that energy out, he's grabbing the meat of my hand right there. He's got his thumb like he's opening a seatbelt buckle. So he's pressing in there. And if he gets between fingers, grabs fingers, or can get between the bones right there, there's pressure points that could be added here. We're going to do it again. He goes down, boom, low, and there's the lock right there. Obviously, he could use the other hand to strike or whatever, but he could put me down nice and easy here. See how that's done? So one more time, look at the lock mechanism, turn it up. Fingers are pointed back towards me, and it's not just pressing here. If you want to go soft style, you press it down under the wrists. For self-defense, you're going to twist as though you're going to twist it up under my arm again. There we go. Can you see that? That's the first one. We're going to go through the positions and get to each lock. The second one is me coming here for his legs. He lifts it up, and he's got the lock right here. Later, we can add all kinds of arm bars, but this is where we want you to go. If he just turn my arm, this is going to turn me away at the same time. Good. Once again, reach, he snaps it, boom, brings it up. Okay, good, very nice. Notice the lock right here. His palm is putting the pressure into it. I'm catching thumb and middle finger going here. It's from me just putting him off balance by bringing him. So he just has to go forward. Then I snap it up like almost like I'm snapping a whip. And see how I use the palm. It's here. My palm is used to push under. So I've got this. If this was a knife, I could take it out nicely. All right? Going back to here. Good. So if you're coaching, watch these specific things so you guys can practice this together. So we went 1, 2. This time I'm reaching up 3. He's on the high defense, so he can then take the high wrist lock and bring it down to that same low position. Very nice. So this is a nice one. Once again, I reach in and he turns it down. Same idea. You can see the hand, how he's got the position in the hand. Twist, turn. He's got it centered in his body so that if he has to push down, he's got the pushing power because he's in his center line right here. And that thumb is, I'm really feeling the control that he has with that thumb. And this is just single hand. Next one, we've gone 1, 2, 3. Next one I'm doing is I'm rolling the elbow. He goes to that Chi Sao. From here, he's going to scoop the elbow. Now, make sure you catch the elbow because that's going to give you the leverage. And you want to bring it around to your belt buckle. There's where he wants to go. Here's where the mistake comes. I'm up here, I go here, and if he goes here and he goes up to my shoulder, which a lot of people do, he's going to hold me down with that. Try to bring your hand below your wrist. So he's going to have a lot of trouble doing that, and I have my torso to stand up with, and I've got a reversal right here if I needed to, which is what we're going to do with the next lock. We want 1, 2, 3, Chi Sao. On this one, I'm going over, and he's going to wrap, and that's the lock we had. Notice how he turns his body away? That's really pushes my body away. That's really doing two things. It's affecting the elbow right here, but it's also potentially subluxing my shoulder. This is very painful. Extend it a little bit. Yeah, this is great for like the girls and stuff. If some guy comes up here and he's putting his hand around you, no, go around over top. So you just reach over and push through. That'll stop a guy from grabbing you right there. Once again, I'm going to do that one more time so you see it, how he's getting there. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wrap, rotate away. Good, very nice. He comes back out. Good, back to riding the energy. All right, don't rush it. I'm going through each lock. So again, 1, 2, 3. He did 4. He did 5. We were here. Okay, brings me back down. 5. Fuchs Sao back down if we're just riding the energy. This time I'm going over with the Bon Sao. So as it goes over, follow the energy, come back down, trap, and walk under. Good. He's got the walk under here. So he's riding the energy. He goes over. He follows the energy, walks under. Boom. Very nice. Now, let's look at this. These two fingers are the main grip right here. He uses that to bend my wrist here. He's got this finger. The index finger is really cool if you point that out. You just point the direction where you want them to go. So if he's pointing that down with my wrist, you know. And later on, he can direct my elbow out if he's using a second hand. This lock is just a beginning lock. It's not a finishing lock. It's just to show you guys how you could get control while in a situation where you're riding energy. The Bon Sao, notice how he rolls the Bon Sao away from him. As he passes the center line, he captures and he walks under. Good, and he's got this lock right here. Very good, very painful. One more time from that angle. Try to get in continual motion. Go, walk under. Boom, there's the control. Very nice, very nice. Good, and he walks back out. Again, we're gonna ride through. We're starting 1, 2, 3, 4. Went through, he brings me back down and out. Good, 5. Now this one, we're gonna catch the palm. This is sort of like somebody reaching at your face. So if I'm coming here and I'm reaching for his face, you catch this. Now you've got to use a Fuchs Sao to make this effective. And you've got to roll that wrist in. You've got to get this. That's what you want. If he's pointing his index finger, he should be like pointing to poke me in the eye. Or bending my fingers back enough to poke myself in the eye. Now, this is a little tricky one. So once again, as I'm reaching for him, he's grabbing the fingers there. Make sure you do the Fuchs Sao. When I'm here, it's not going here. It's bending the wrist under. It's the Fuchs Sao. Okay, so again, it comes up. He grabs Fuchs Sao. That's it. And remember the Fuchs Sao you want to take to your center. That's where you want to go. See that? That's a complete lock right there. Then he turns it under and he gets the next lock. He brings it under and can lift me up right here. Very powerful. These two fingers are the fingers backstopping the joint right there. and he's locking me up. There's a lot of things you can do from this, okay? But this is going to take him away from you. So let's look at those two together. I come up for the grab out his face, he catches this, brings it down good, then he turns it up, lifts it up. There's the lock, very nice. You see that? Let me turn it around so you see that lock from this side. Fuchs out first. See how he gets that? Yeah, and then he turns it. Look at how he's really got those knuckles backstopping. And if he adds a little squeeze to his hand, ooh, yeah. Whenever you cross those fingers, that increases the angle against the joints. Very painful, but thank you. And so we'll go for the last one, which is the gunting. He's coming over here. He's going to follow this all the way through and walk under here. This one, he's got this first lock where he can either push the face away right here, which is a come along. And if you're going here, square your shoulders to my shoulder so you can push my face and pull this down behind my shoulder. That's it. That's okay. That was a true pain feeling. This last one, remember to follow the energy. Yeah. So this last one, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We came back down. He gunting. I would bounce out over. Now he's going to use the gunting. He comes over. He walks it under. Boom. And he's got this first lock. Now, if he brings it here, he can drive me through, especially if you square to my shoulders. If you're facing the force, he can drive me through right here. This is what we call bow and arrow. So this is that bow and arrow lock type here. All right, here we go. We're going to walk through this. 1 is preventing the leg, 2, lower leg, 3 to the throat area, 4 is preventing the elbow, 5, he's going to Fuchs out, but don't let your elbow go out wide. Keep it there, bring it down, push it across, and get your fingers facing out. 6 is the Bonsai. When I'm coming over, you want us to turn that shoulder, roll away, back down. Very nice. Maintaining that hand position. This last one, we're going to add the lock. As you're doing thing, over, he grabs the wrist, walks through, bow and arrows. Very nice. See how he's got this? This is a powerful lock, especially if he squares his shoulders off to me and extends this arm. Very nice. And he's going to open this up like a bow and arrow. So pull this hand back towards you, turn the wrist in and around. There we go. This is a come along technique. Now, from here, he can simply switch his hands. He has to grab the top of the hand and then pushes this out. Now, when he's in here, right under the ear, he's doing it with just a pad, but later, if you're doing it, you want to do it with the tip of your finger right in that hole there, and you turn their head to look the direction you want them to go. Your shoulders should be squared off to my shoulder line, and he's driving me out. And again, a bow and arrow, so this is pushing, this is pulling. Good, very, very nice. And that's the set, guys. So this is what we're trying to get for you guys to learn. We're going to go through the 10 locks right here. First one is a low wrist lock. Boom, very nice. Notice the angle of my elbow. He's got a nice Z-lock type of position from here. Second one is me reaching in. He brings it up behind the hip to take me off balance. And he's got this lock here, which will turn into a whole bunch of things. Noticing that he's controlling the wrist. He's not up on the wrist. He's not just grabbing the hand. The pit of my wrist in control. Third one is the high wrist lock. I come in. He just brings it from high to low. Very nice. You want to bring these wrist locks down low. Later you'll see that when we do it with the knife. From this one here, I went to the elbow. He's going to capture the elbow. Good. Bring it down. And you want your wrist to be below your elbow. That's the idea right there. That's what really locks this shoulder out. Okay. One more time. So as he's coming up, we're just going to go from here. I'm going to drop the elbow at him. He scoops right away. Brings it down, and he's got that control. This is how you want this. Notice how my wrist, my elbow, and everything is. His wrist, his elbow should be higher than his wrist. So your fingers should be below the wrist. Good, there we go. I can really feel that in the shoulder here. We're going to come back out of there. I'll just go from the high line. We went into here. The next one, as I'm coming around, he's going to wrap the arm. Good, and lock me out right here. You notice how he turns his chest away to create that lock, and he rolls my chest away. Now, if he was to be mean, he could just literally snap his arm out, and this is going to be real trouble for me. For the Bonsai one, he's going to ride it, make sure the elbow goes away from you, capture the hand as it goes. He's walking under. He bends the wrist, and you want to keep this high, not low. High. The higher, closer to the armpit and shoulder, the more painful this is going to be. What you're going to do is add a twist turn to my fingers here, and you can use that with yeah, very nice. Later on, we'll take this into compound locks and stuff. Just want you to get to here. Good. Very nice. Comes out of it. This time, he's going to catch it as I'm reaching for his face. He's coming up here, and I'm reaching. He's going to catch the lock. And he does this. It's important you do the Fuchs Sao. Okay? Make sure you're doing a Fuchs Sao. Okay? If your wrist is straight here, you're not going to get it. That's the key. Okay, you have to put that in or else it's not going to work. One more time. We went from here. I'm coming up to grab at his face. He captures the fingers. See how he catches the fingers there? And he fukes out. Good. Get that fukes out wrist folded. Very nice. Now he wants to bring me up. He's going to turn the palm up and lift it up. Very nice. This is a painful one. And the more you squeeze with the fingers there, more painful it is. Be careful. Again, this is just a drill. From here, we're going back down. So then we have the guntings. On this one, he's going for the gunting, keeping the energy off of him. He grabs the wrist, walks under, and puts this in, shoves the face away. Shoves that face away. Good. Very nice. Now, what he's going to do is he's going to take this hand, grab the hand, and switch. Good. Push with the other hand, and he puts that in the ear, and he's able to lock this out. And again, you always want to line up almost like a T to the shoulders. So if he needs to, he can walk me out. He's turning my vision to walk me out. And this is what we call a come along. So as we're doing this, come along. Ah! Okay. All right, guys, thanks.